Hi guys, so today I'm bringing you a collab video. I'm collabing with two nice ladies that I met through the Instagram community and also by watching their YouTube videos. And the first one is Michelle, and this is her Instagram. Hope you guys can see. You guys go ahead and follow her. She does amazing plan with me's and budget videos. She just got on the Dave Ramsey plan, and if you want to watch her videos, this is her channel. It's Michelle, super cute, and I love her her budget ones because they're really nice. So go ahead and give her a check out. Pretty nice and cute. And the other one is Sarah. She also does budget with me, but more on the planner section as well. More on the strict, just here's my budget, this is what I do. But they're also on their debt-free journey. And Sarah's Instagram is Sarah Christy Rose. Pretty cute. I'll link all their pages down below. But if you follow her on YouTube, it's Sarah Christy Rose as well. And you can see she does a lot of plan with me's, budgets, mostly budgets. But yeah, and today what we're collabing is 5 things I knew before going into debt. So I'm gonna share my 5 previous what you wanted to know before going into debt kind of thing, and they're gonna also share 5 things they knew before going into debt. Now mine is gonna start off more on the, sorry, I'm looking at my phone for my notes, student loan kind of thing, but I'll get into it later. So the first thing I wish I knew about before going into debt, and this takes me back into high school, is when you're applying to college, don't always take all the advice of your advice counselor, okay? My counselor said whatever the school or whatever school you get admitted to, take everything that they give you, including student loans. And trust me, for that, I wish I knew that that was not true, because I had more than enough to cover my dorming, my books, and my tuition. I had state grant, Pell Grant, Cal Grant, EOP grants, and that covered everything, even all my expenses as well. So when I was just like, okay, I'm gonna accept everything, I also accepted $3,000 worth of student loans, and then I accepted another $2,000 afterward, and another, and then like slowly as I'm going through school, I realized, I don't need all this extra money, but since I have it in my bank account, let me just spend it. So if you can pay school through your grants, through your help, through scholarships, don't take all the financial aid package that they offer. You can decline student loans if you don't need them. Like I didn't need them whatsoever. I just accepted them because that's what I was advised during high school. And since I did college literally on my own, I figured out everything on my own because, I was the first time college student in my family. I just accepted everything, and now I'm $12,000 worth in student loan debt that basically didn't even go for school. It just went for like food, going out, nonsense like that. So if you guys don't need the student loans, or you can work and pay for school or get on a payment plan, do that and don't take out the student loans. The second thing I wish I knew from doing the student loans is if they're subsidized, I know that means that you won't accumulate any interest while you're in school, but also you can pay them back as you're in school. So let's say you got it, and now it went towards school, it went towards dorming, it went to college books or whatever that you use it. You can start repaying those the moment you have a chance, which will reduce your student loan payment after you graduate a whole lot. And I remember sitting at like the kitchen table and like reading this email from Great Lakes and saying, you can pay small payments back. You don't have to wait until you graduate to pay your student loans. You can start paying them now, especially since they're not accumulating any interest. So I was just like, oh, maybe I should pay $20. And then when I finally graduated, I was like, oh shit, I really didn't pay anything, and now this is a big lump sum. So that's one of the things I wish I knew that I wish I knew before student debt came in. The second thing I wanted to mention is that I found out pretty quickly that student loans do not go away if you file for bankruptcy. Now, if you guys watch Dave Ramsey, I've heard a lot of people contemplating bankruptcy. I think I even contemplated it myself, and I'm thinking, oh, well, if I go bankrupt, you know, all my debt goes away. And then I heard Dave Ramsey say student loans don't go away. So if you have like $600,000 worth of student loan, they don't go away. 50,000. 12,000, whatever amount of student loans that you have, and you go and you file for bankruptcy, they will not go away. Those you have to pay back no matter what. So bankruptcy does not equal student loan debt free situation. It will stay on there until you pay it back. So I wish I knew that. The third thing, hopefully I'm going in order, maybe I'm jumbled it all up, is what a credit card is and what it actually meant to get a credit card. So when you get a credit card, or when you apply for a credit card, they base it off what they call a credit score. And a credit score basically just means how good you are at paying back your debt and how long you've been in debt for. And I didn't know this. I remember trying to apply one time and got declined. And then remembering that the lady says, well, you don't have the best credit score. And I was just like, well, I never had a credit card, so I guess. And when you do apply for it, it doesn't mean it's free money. Trust me. I learned. When you apply for a credit card, they give you a credit limit. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I have all this money available for me, so I'm gonna just use it all up. No, don't do that. If you're gonna get a credit card, which I don't ever want to advertise ever in my life again, it means that they give you this credit line, but it comes with interest. It comes with fees. It comes with, you know, a debt payment plan with it. So every time you apply for a credit card, they set an annual percentage rate, and most of these credit cards have 23% annual percentage rate, 25, 29. There's rarely the occasion where you get one that's like 10 or 10% or something like that. So take that into consideration, because that's something I wish I knew, because I thought, you know, oh, I got approved, yay, my life is complete. No, that's not what it means. It just means here's a tool that will help you be in debt for the rest of your life. Something else I wish I knew about credit cards is that once you start applying for them, you won't stop. You will just, like in my case, you go to the mall and be like, oh, this store offers a credit card, let me apply for it, because, you know, I got approved for that one, so I should get approved for this one. And then it just starts this horrible cycle of your way into debt and into bad habits. And like I say, I'm like, free gifts and a one-time discount is not worth a lifetime of debt, because now I'm having trouble trying to pay down all these department stores credit cards, just because I was just very naive of like what getting credit cards really did mean. And it doesn't mean that you're amazing and your life is correct if you get a larger credit limit. It just means, hey, this person can spend their money on us and owe us forever, because the bad habits never stop, especially if you're a spender like me. I'm not sure if I'm like on the fifth or whatever, but also something I wish I knew that I was before debt is being dependent on your family. Keep it as long as you can. Now, I'm not saying be 30 and live with your parents, but if your parents are letting you live in their home for free and all they do is ask you to, you know, clean, wash dishes, do this, then take it. Because if you have debt like I do now, rent is hard, buying food is hard, being above water and just trying to survive every day is hard, and you really don't notice and appreciate what your family is doing for you until you really just clip off their wings and just be on your own, because now my rent is $1,100. And we gotta pay for that every month, because guess what? There ain't no room to go back in my house, and I ain't going back either. Also, I used to have health coverage with them. When I was under the or as dependent, I would have health insurance, and I didn't have to worry about co-payments. I didn't have to worry about the emergency room. Everything was free for me. I would get sick and I would go to the doctor. There was like, oh, you need to pay $150 to see me. There's no $50 co-payment. Also for the dentist, there's no need. It'd be like, oh, here's this, you know, here's this, it's free for me. Okay, here, come see me. No medical bill debt, no I gotta get approved or I gotta wait for a deductible, none of that. So that's what I wish I knew as well before, you know, going into this debt-free journey, and just being into debt and being independent from now on. Also, something I wish I knew: when you are young and you're a teenager or a very young adult and going through college, you really don't have to adult much. You don't have to worry as much as having a full-time job. Maybe some of us, I'm sorry if you are. I'm like, but in my case, I didn't have to worry about having a full-time job and going to work every single day to keep food in my plate, a roof over my head. I really didn't. I would just, you know, go to my dad like, hey, I need food. Can you send me some money? And he would. And he's like, here's money for the rest of the month, you know. Budget it out and figure out how it is. And I also be like, well, I need money for gas, and here's the money, you know. So when I was in college or in high school, I really didn't have to worry about expenses like that. I just knew I could go to my dad and be like, hey, I'm low on money. Can you send me some? And he would. I never knew that, you know, he would have to take some of that money away from his income. And now I do, because now I have to budget out my paycheck, be like, how much can I put towards food? How much can I put towards bills, debt, all that, and rent. And through the Dave Ramsey plan, I did find out that there's many things that one has to consider, and you can't just blow your money. So those are the 5, 4, or I don't know how many I did, things I knew before debt. All right, so to recap all the 5 things I knew before going to debt, sorry, I'm looking at my phone, is 1, don't take all the student loans that you think you need, because you really don't. Just try to figure out your own situation. Try to see how many grants and how many government assistance you can get and scholarship, because that would really avoid future stress, future frustrations, and just future debt that you really don't need, and it'll be horrible to get out, because it's easy to get in but not out. The other one would be know credit cards, know what they mean, know what credit lines mean, because the bigger the credit line it is, the harder it would be for you to not pass that limit, because you just see, I have all this money available to me, so I can just swipe my card. And honestly, that's the path to destruction. That's the path to like horrible debt. And it just means that you'll be in debt, you'll have to pay it back, and sometimes it'll take a very long time. And it can potentially lead to more horrible spending habits, because if you, like I said, if you apply for one credit card, it doesn't stop there. You tend to keep going to other stores to apply and be like, oh my god, I can get it. And even now, Starbucks offering one. It's getting pretty ugly out there, you know. Anywhere that they can see that here's a credit card available and you're an addict or you're a very spender, then you're more than likely to apply and be like, yay, I got something, and then max it out. And that's where I went and got every credit card I could, and I maxed them all out, and now I'm here struggling but getting through it. The third one is like, know what bankruptcy means. It doesn't mean your student loans go away. It doesn't mean that you got a clean slate. It means that if you have student loans and you go bankrupt, they don't go away. You still have to pay them back. And if your debt is the majority student loans, then it really doesn't help. So just know, you know, what a bankruptcy really means, and try to write out a plan, get your finances straight, and just be serious about getting out of debt. The other one would be like, don't get tempted into applying for credit cards just because they offer a gift or they offer some type of discount that would really make the purchase awesome. If you can't buy it cash, like Dave Ramsey says, then you cannot afford it and you don't need it, and it's a want and not a necessity. So just be on the lookout for that. And the fifth and final one is enjoy being dependent on family. Just enjoy the time that, you know, you're living a rent-free life, you know, free health coverage half of the time, and not having to really adult that much, because, you know, those are the best times that you can really possibly be had, even though like you kind of like hate your parents half of the time when you live with them, or maybe you don't, it's complete opposite. But yeah, do enjoy it, but don't be there forever either. So thank you so much for watching. That was my small recap of the 5 things I knew. It was kind of all over the place, but go ahead and check out the other ladies. I'll have them linked down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and give them a shout out that you came from my channel. And if you're from their channel, hi, I'm Erica and I do budget with me's, and soon I'll be doing stuffing cash envelopes because I see a lot of people are interested in that. So I'll be doing those soon. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.